Hi, I'm Jodie.
Hi, I'm Philippe.
This is our Champions Coffee Chat. We're here at Catalyst Honors today, so we're going to have a coffee chat. Philippe, what's your coffee order?
I think I'm going to have just a plain decaf. How about yourself?
Usually a green tea.
Jodie, what do you envision for the future of ED&I?
That is a hard question. I envision more people getting involved in grassroots efforts and really supplementing the great systemic work that we have going on. How about you?
What I envision in the future is that we get to the stage where we don't need to have ED&I initiatives so that it's just built into the stuff that we do, that it's unconscious.
What advice would you give to somebody who wants to become an advocate for EDI within their organization?
I think I'd say you don't have to make big changes, that it can just be the small things that you do that really make the change. What would your advice be?
I think the work is hard. And so my advice would be find your energy source and figure out what you're passionate about. And that'll keep you going through the difficult challenges ahead.
So Jodie, can you tell us what got you into working in the ED&I space?
Yeah, I would say it wasn't one thing, it was a few things. I've always worked for large organizations. You know, it was really a question of paying it back and paying it forward in terms of the opportunities that I had been given as a woman in the workplace. What about you?
I think for me it was, and as we chatted earlier on the panel, it was really about when you know better, you do better, the Maya Angelou quote, where I realized that I could make a difference. So I'd been in the mining industry for so long, you accept the norms of what's there and realize that you don't have to. And then seeing the struggle that a lot of the people I work with and my employees were facing and wanting to make that change.
So Philippe, what would be your dream role or your dream project?
So really my dream role or dream job is being able to give back the skills that I've been able to make in a 25 plus year career and being able to give that back and see others succeed in the same way. How about yourself?
Well, you may not believe this, but I have my dream job because I get to do the thing that I love, which is AI, and I get to do it with a team that is diverse and smart and made up of a bunch of data scientists and mathematicians and computer scientists. And I get to do it for an organization that puts its money where its mouth is in terms of equity and inclusion. Today we're going to play a game of firsts, and to do that we're each going to pick some cards and ask each other about firsts in our professional lives. Philippe, why don't you go first?
Is there a drum roll? So, Jodie, who was your first mentor?
I did an internship at Procter & Gamble. The manager of that internship was somebody who really taught me the ropes, what it meant to work in a corporate organization. We were driving to visit one of the plants, one of the Procter & Gamble plants in Belleville. So we had 2.5 hours to drive there and 2.5 hours to drive back. And he imparted a whole bunch of information about his career and some of the things that he learned. All right, I got one for you. What was your first work event?
When I started with PCS, Potash, which is now Nutrien, and it would have been the Christmas party. And I remember because I was 23 when I started there and I looked really young. Hopefully that's carried through. And I remember there was a table of the average age to give a picture at the mine site was around 50 to 60 years old. So I was like the first new hire in 10 years or something like that. They leaned across and my wife was sitting beside me and they go, "How old are you? You look about 12 years old." So that was my first work event.
All right, your turn?
My turn. What was your first job?
So my first job was working at a swimming pool. I was not yet licensed as a lifeguard. So I worked at the kiddie pool and supervised the kids in their splash pad and played games with them.
That sounds fun. Thank you for joining us at the Catalyst Honors. So what do you think of the day?
That was very good.